Hello again. Now tonight I'd like to attempt to review this film that I watched just the other night on the big screen in my cinema room. And the film I have here is the Blu-ray of Barbarella, which stars Jane Fonda, of course. And it was made in 1968 and it was directed by Roger Vadim. I haven't seen any of his other movies, so I can't compare it to like other films he's done, because this is the only one I've seen by him. But I'm just going to read to you the synopsis from the Internet Movie Database. Actually, I'll try to remember it first. It's basically about an astronaut played by Jane Fonda, who was sent off into outer space in her own spaceship. And she's from the 41st century, by the way. And she's trying to stop this evil scientist by the name of Durand, who has got this positronic ray, and he threatens to bring evil back to the universe. Yeah, that's basically what it said on the Internet Movie Database. So anyway, I quite enjoyed the film. There was some scenes I didn't enjoy so much. She lands on this planet. I can't remember the name of the planet, but the first, I think the first thing she runs into is a couple of evil children. I'm not sure if they're twins, but they looked like they might have been. They were sort of dressed the same and their hair was similar. And they capture Jane Fonda, Barbarella, and they take her back to that sort of like where they live, I presume, in this type of cave type place. And they've got all these weird, creepy looking dolls with metal teeth. And they set the dolls upon her. The dolls are like moving towards her, and their mouths are like going like this with the teeth. The metal teeth on display, like they're gonna bite her or something. And so Jane Fonda's kind of panicking. She's in a cage. They've got her trapped in a cage, and the little dolls are moving swiftly towards her. Well, not swiftly, they're moving quite slowly actually. And they actually reach Jane Fonda, and they start biting her through the cage and stuff. And she's got like little bite marks all over her, and her clothes are all ripped and everything. She's got blood pouring out of her wounds and stuff. It's kind of a strange scene, like, but it was amusing. And Jane Fonda looks very attractive in this film, very pretty indeed. Her hair's really well done and everything. Her costumes are great. She's definitely looking at her best in this movie best I've seen her look, I think, in any movie, I think. And there's a nice picture of her on the back here, so you can sort of see what I'm talking about. And the film opens with Jane Fonda in her spaceship, floating, sort of hovering, floating in her spacesuit, floating about, and she slowly starts stripping her spacesuit off until she's absolutely stark naked. And I thought this was I think it's a PG certificate, and this is the American region A version, but I think it's region 3 actually, but it's from America. It's an American import. And she starts taking the spacesuit off, like slowly, bit by bit. And she ends up totally naked. Excuse me. And I wasn't expecting to see Jane Fonda totally naked in a movie. It's certainly not in this film. I never expected that, since it's only a PG certificate. So that was a bit unexpected, to say the least. So that was an interesting scene. And there was once a music video made by Kylie Minogue, I remember, where she was also floating inside of a spaceship, stripping off her spacesuit and stuff. It was very similar to this scene in this film. So I'm pretty sure that Kylie Minogue ripped off this movie, or was paying homage to it. So yeah, and I'll just show you this cover. It's got a nice, this is a slip case it's got on it, a nice slip case, and it's all embossed around the artwork and the title across the top. And the front cover actually opens out. I'll just show you what I mean. So there's the front cover, and it opens up like this to reveal more splendid artwork inside. So there you go. You don't often find too many Blu-rays with a cover, a slip cover that opens up like that. It's a bit reminiscent of when you used to get those big gatefold laser discs. You know, laser discs, 12-inch discs, where they're folded out and stuff. Some of them, anyway. So it's right what it says on the back, that Barbarella she's out of this world, because Jane Fonda certainly looks out of this world in this movie, I can tell you. And she's pretty much dressed like she is on the cover in some of the scenes. She wears many sort of eye-catching outfits in the film. So I highly recommend you watch this. I mean, it's a bit strange, like the film's a bit strange. It's got lots of weird scenes. It's sort of psychedelic type scenes. She meets this woman. I'll not give too much away, but she meets this woman who's a bad, like another villain. And she tries to get it on with Jane Fonda. She keeps calling her, what's she call her again? Cute kitten or something. I forget what she calls her. And she wants to basically sleep with Jane Fonda, I think. But Jane Fonda's not giving her any attention in that department, because she doesn't, I don't think she swings that way. So, and the transfer on this film is a very good one, actually. It was filmed in 2:3:5:1 aspect ratio, and the picture is very sharp for the most part. Like I said earlier, I watched this on my cinema screen, on the big screen, and it looked very impressive. The colour is very, very vibrant. There is a lot of grain in places. It's quite grainy in places, but I don't mind grain, to be honest, unless it's like really, really bad, like heavy grain, really heavy grain. But it wasn't too bad. And also, the film stars John Philip Law, who plays this angel who Jane Fonda bumps into, and she's sort of hanging around with him for a bit, for most of the film, in fact, until she loses him at one point. And she sort of, if I can get it out right, she sort of flies around with him. He's got a hold of her, and she's flying with him through the air and everything. And a bit like Lois Lane and Superman in Superman the movie, sort of similar, but Superman doesn't have wings, of course. But it was there was lots of special effects in this film, but some of them were a bit not very well done. But I mean, it was made in 1968. Some of them were really good, like how they made her float around inside of our spaceship. I couldn't quite work out how they did that. It didn't look like she was on wires, but I might be wrong. It looked very smooth the way she was floating around. It almost looked like she was actually really defying gravity. But like I say, I couldn't work out how they did that. That was very well done. But some of the other effects aren't that great. But the set pieces, the studio sets and everything are quite impressive. But you can actually tell that they are in the studio. You can tell they're not really on some planet out in the galaxy somewhere, you know. And the sound, I didn't think was very great, to be honest. It was mono sound put through Dolby True HD, which you don't see done too often, I don't think. So I wasn't impressed with the sound. A lot of it was like I had to turn the sound up quite a bit to hear what they were saying, but the other sounds were quite loud. But that happens with a lot of films. If you watch them through a surround system, often you struggle to hear the dialogue. You have to ramp up the volume, and as soon as you do that, like sound effects and music are blaring. So your neighbours will probably be not too happy, if you know what I mean. What else can I say about this? Well, it's on the Paramount. It's on the Paramount label. And like I say, it appears to be region free. So if you import this from the USA, it will play on any UK Blu-ray player. But I think it is out on region B, UK release now on UK Blu-ray as well. So you may not need to import this one, unless you find this one cheaper than the UK version, of course. But I didn't pay very much for this. I think it was only about 3 or 4 quid, to be honest. Possibly 5 at the most. So I got quite a bargain with this one. Yep, definitely a bargain. So that's my review of Barbarella, starring Jane Fonda. Oh, and there's lots of like funky 60s type music in it as well. Anyway, so I'd recommend you get a copy of this if you like Jane Fonda or you like science fiction comedies. There's also a scene where the evil bad guy Duran Duran, I believe this is where Duran Duran, the group, the pop group, got their name from as well, but they changed it to Duran Duran. In this he's called Durand with a D on the end. There's a scene where he puts her in this sort of machine and she's experiencing extreme pleasure and she's sort of writhing around in ecstasy. But at the same time, the machine's meant to kill her. But Jane Fonda sort of overpowers the machine, and the scientist, the evil scientist, can't believe it that she survived it. And the machine sort of blows up and bursts into flames and smoke's coming out and flames and everything. So yes, it was quite a good film, I would say. I highly recommend you get a hold of this. Like I say, if you like Jane Fonda and good science fiction comedies. So I'd just like to thank you very much for watching this video. And as usual, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos coming from me. And please feel free to leave a comment if you've got anything you'd like to ask or say. And please can you give us a thumbs up if you like the video, or a thumbs down if you don't, of course. And don't forget, you've got to press the notification button for the notification bell thing, because you've got to do that now to be notified whenever I upload a new video. So thanks very much for watching, everyone, and I shall see you on the next video. So bye for now.